What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, we got an awesome upgrade for the Civic today. I only got my hands on a W2 turbo from 271. Check this thing out. It's freaking massive. I love it. I can't wait to get it on there and see what kind of power it makes. I've already assembled a bit of it on there off camera. I've actually been working on the car a little bit too off camera because I don't want to bore you guys with all the, installation. Basically, I don't want to make this a how-to video. I just want to show you guys me getting it on there, and then we'll go for a rip, and we'll go for a ride, and we'll see how she handles. But as you can see here, I've already got the inlet pipe off. It's right there. The next step is to take a few things off the turbo and around it, and then I can go ahead and pull it down. And also take off the down pipe here. I've already disconnected it from the bottom, from the front pipe. Then it'll be up here. This is the next step. But yeah, I'm actually following the instructions from 271's website. They have great instructions with awesome pictures, so just refer to that. If you're doing this yourself, you definitely can't beat it. I definitely won't be able to make a video that's any better than what these instructions are. So go ahead and just follow that if you're gonna do this install. You can see I got this crazy hair going on right now. I've been under the car, over the car. It's hot as hell. But yeah, it's not a very hard process. It does just take some time. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the install, and then I'll show you guys some more progress in a bit. Okay, so quick update. Got the down pipe off. That was a bit of a bitch. These damn bolts up here are very tight. So definitely need a pry bar, or not a pry bar, what's it called, I forgot what it's called, but that thing. But there's the down pipe. Now it's time to get the turbo off itself. Alright guys, so after a ton of work, about an hour or two, God knows how long, finally got the turbo out. There she is. That's the OEM turbo, and bam, here's the new 271 W2 turbo. And as you can tell, she is quite thicker. Look at that. Can barely see the turbo. Clearly see the turbo. So yeah, I'm just putting some of the pieces back together on it now, from that turbo onto this one. And then we can drop this into the car, and I'll go ahead on start putting everything back together. Alright guys, as you can tell, or probably not, I got a different shirt on today. It's actually the next day. I was not able to finish it yesterday. It just got dark on me and I didn't have enough lighting to do it all, and honestly I was just tired. Ran into a huge headache with this thing. So I actually ended up, underneath the turbo is the coolant line. And when I went to remove that off the OEM turbo, I thought I had it, clamped on there good, nice and tight. So when I took the hose off of the turbo, coolant just went everywhere, man. A bunch of coolant spilled all over the place. It wasn't clipped on the right. I had to quickly try to re-clip it while holding onto the top of the hose so nothing would come out with my thumb. But it wasn't working. It still was freaking coming out like crazy. Big headache, man. So whenever you do this, make sure you really clip the coolant line under the turbo off real well before you take it off. I ended up just popping it back onto the turbo real quick, and it clamped it on better, and then pulled it off again in hopes that I did it good the second time. And luckily I did. So nothing else spilled, but I did spill a ton of coolant. I even had to go today to my local Honda dealer, and I bought another gallon of coolant, because God knows how much how much spilled out of it. I know it was a lot. I went through a whole roll of napkins cleaning it up, so that's how you know how much coolant actually got out. And so yeah, now we're back at it again the next day. The turbo is already installed. I got everything hooked up to it. Down pipe is in and all. Everything's good to go. Literally the only thing I got left to do is to install the inlet pipe, and then we'll be good to go. There is one thing here. I didn't think I would have to do this by looking at it, so I was trying to avoid it. But the this metal piece here where your hood prop clips onto, you know, your little hood rod there, it's actually in the way. And as you can see here, it's in the way of clipping in the sensor here for the what you call it, the wastegate activator or something like that. I forget exactly what it's called, but you can't easily click it in anymore. This turbo's so big. This actually used to be about over here, and now the turbo pushes it way out here. So the instructions say to drill this out, and then they give you a new one to put in place right here, which I've got over here. So they give you this nice little bracket so you can put it right here, and it kind of takes place of that. Then you just take the little plastic clip and clip it onto here, so you can it's still usable. But I was trying to avoid having to drill this out. I was hoping I could just leave it alone. I even tried bending this right here a bit to just try to see if I can get some clearance, but I was able to clip it in, but it's touching it. And I know the engine's going to be moving as, you know, the car moves and whatnot, and I didn't want that rubbing on there and causing an issue later. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead, just drill it out, do what the instructions tell me to do, just get it done right the first time. You know, it was late last night. I spent hours on this. God, I don't even know. I was probably here yesterday for a good 5 hours doing this, and it was towards the end, of course, I started getting frustrated a bit and just wanted to get this over with as quick as I could. So I was trying to cut some corners here and there, but don't do it, guys. Don't do it. It just ends up making messes and taking you even longer. Just go ahead and follow the instructions, do what they tell you to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, get the inlet pipe done, and then we'll be ready for the first startup. Alright guys, I'm all done. Got it all put back together. Topped off the coolant that I spilled. So we should be good to go. I mean, here it is. I know it's terrible lighting, crappy weather right now. It's real gloomy outside. But got my little flashlight here. But I got it all put together, intake's back on. The turbo, you can't even really see it there. The inlet pipe really covers it a lot. Unless you look in through the bottom here and you see the W there, you really wouldn't know that it has the W2 in it. So that's kind of nice, you know. Hard to tell, so it can basically be a sleeper more or less. But topped off the fluid on the coolant. Now I guess it's just time to turn it on and you know, hope I put everything back right. Guess we'll find out here in a second. Let's see, where are my keys? Go. Alright. Let's hope all goes according to plan. I looked around a bit to check and make sure everything was plugged in. So here we go. Put on the brake, e-brake, clutch. Alright, it sounds good. I don't hear anything bad. I can smell some of the coolant and oil burning off. Probably off of the downpipe over there. And a few lights on the dash, but they should go away after driving. You normally tend to get some lights after you unplug some stuff and plug it back in. But got the brake system light on, check engine light is on, traction control. So I'm gonna have to take it for a spin and those should go away, hopefully. Alright guys, so sorry about that whole cut clip. My camera actually died last night, so we're actually on this next day, so technically day number 3 now of the turbo install. But finally it's all done, everything's all buttoned up like you saw last night. I did turn it on, as you saw. I think I showed you guys the few lights on the dash. I haven't driven it yet, so I don't know if the lights are gonna go away. I'm assuming they will though, because there's a lot of different lights. It's just gotta be from everything that I unplugged. So I'm assuming it's all gonna go away after driving a bit, at least I hope. If not, we'll go from there. But real quick before I actually go for a drive on it, I want to change the oil, because in case you guys didn't know, oil actually runs through the turbo, and this being a nice new bigger turbo, I want to make sure to get some nice fresh oil running through it, you know, just to make everything good. And you know, and I'm pretty much due for an oil change anyways. I think I had like maybe another 500 miles before I normally change it, so I just decided to say screw it. I already had the oil anyways, so let me just go ahead and change it. That way we can get some nice fresh oil running through the turbo and everything. The oil that I use is AMS oil, 100% synthetic, 0W20. Great stuff here, highly recommend it. But yeah guys, like I said, oil runs through the turbo, not just the engine, so I definitely want to make sure I get some good oil running through it. It being a new turbo and all that, I don't want to use old oil, you know, to run it. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this real quick. Then we'll take the car down off of the ramps, because I do got it on ramps right now. Don't mind that one being backwards. I did jack it up and then put the ramps underneath it afterwards, because it was just it was easier for me to get to my ramps than it was to get to my jack stands. So I put those on. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this oil going, and then we'll go for a drive. Alright, got the oil change done. Don't mind my crazy ass hair, but let's go ahead and turn it on. See if I can get you guys a good, might be a cold start, we'll see. Everything looks good. Still got the lights on the dash, but like I said, they should go away when driving, because now that I'm thinking about it, they're the same lights that came on after I did the dyno, so they should come off after driving for a couple minutes, but I guess we'll see. But checking it over again after the oil change and everything. No leaks, everything sounds good. I've been looking around as best as I could, even underneath the car. And nothing's dripping at the normal, so it should be good. I look through here a lot because there you can see the oil lines and the coolant lines are right there under the turbo. So I was using my little flashlight here to look down there, but I don't see no leaks, so we should be good to go, guys. Alright guys, so I had the car running for about 5 minutes, then turned it off. I was gonna go on my drive, but I turned it off because it was pouring crazy rain. So I decided to just go inside, take a shower. That's why I'm in another shirt again. It's not day number 4. So yeah, it's finally stopped raining. Came back into the car, turned it on, and actually the lights went away. I didn't even have to drive it. It just had to be on for a little while. So no more lights on the dash. That's great. Like I said, I just had it running for about 5 minutes just to get everything going through, you know, the turbo, the coolant going through it, the oil going through it. And turned the car off, came back, turned it on, and the lights were gone. So there we go, that works. So now I'm finally gonna go and it stopped raining. The roads aren't really wet anymore. So let's go ahead and take this drive and see how it feels. Alright, so initial takeoff, not any different. Didn't really expect that to be. any different until I really get on it. Let me see if I get a chance here with an open road. I don't know if this guy behind me is a cop or not, so that kind of sucks. Oh, let's see what she's got. I don't think it is a cop, so... up there quickly. Shit. Okay. Yeah, let me slow down. Jesus. Okay, it did feel a little bit of lag in the beginning, but obviously, you know, that's gonna happen with the turbo. Took a second, but once it kicked in, yeah, that definitely pushed me back into my seat more than a stock turbo. Wow. I wonder what it's like to launch this thing. I'd love to launch it, but I still haven't hit my my braking period on the clutch, so kind of worried about launching it from a dig. Doing these little rolls. Let's see. That roll right there was from 50. God, I just don't have the room right now to go on. Okay, so as I expected, you know, just from your normal driving, you don't really notice any difference. You think you're on your stock turbo, but man, when you really push on it, that's apparently, yeah, that's when it really kicks in and you feel it. Because, man, I just gave it that small little pull there, and it really pushed me back. So let's see if I get some more space here to do another one, maybe from a lower gear. Because I was in third, I think I was just now when I did that one. Let me see if I can get a good second gear pull. See how that goes. Alright, I'm about to get onto the turnpike here. So hopefully I got some space to go. And oh shit. Yeah. Yep. Not even tuned. Just dropping it in, and holy shit. To be some traffic. Shit, though. Okay, I don't know if it's because I'm excited about this or not, but I feel it in my face. Like, I feel my skin pulling back, which is kind of weird. It shouldn't... I wouldn't think it'd be that, you know, that much of a power boost. But goddamn. Alright, I gotta do that again. Let me see if I can get in the slow lane. Some cars go by, because I think behind this semi here, yeah, there's nobody, so I can take my time. Let that guy go by. Alright, I'm doing about 60 right now. Let's see if I drop it to third, I should be good. Pull. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, this is my exit. Woo! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Damn. Oh man. God, once I get this tuned, this thing's gonna be a beast. gonna be a beast for sure. At least for for being a 1.5 4-cylinder. This shit is gonna haul ass. Stock inlet pipe really restricts the W2 turbo because it being bigger, it needs a lot more air to really, you know, get it to push. So God, I can't wait to get an inlet pipe then. That's definitely got to be the next mod, and then I can tune it. Whew. Alright. No more pulls, it's getting dark. To get pulled over and get a ticket for this, but guys, if you're thinking about a W2 turbo, goddamn, it's definitely worth the money. I know it's pricey, but yeah. And the crazy thing is that this is only the beginning with this turbo, because a few more mods and some tuning and this thing is, you know, it's just so capable already. Even for being just a drop-in turbo, which actually, now that I think about it, I wonder how much this added, because I definitely feel a big boost. So I think next video, I don't know guys, we might have to just go to the dyno again just to see what it pulls, see what numbers we can get out of it just from dropping it into the car without any tuning or anything else. See what she does. Well guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. That way you're notified when I do my next videos, and every video after that, turn on the notification bell. Of course, that'll be very important. I wish YouTube would just turn it on for you, but you know, you gotta do that yourself. And yeah, we'll see what's next for the Civic. Until then guys, take care and have a great day. Also guys, just a quick little note, if you're gonna do this install, first go to your local Honda dealer or buy it online quick before you do the install. You know, if you find it cheap online somewhere on Amazon. I ended up paying $24 for it at my local dealer, but get yourselves a gallon of coolant, because that shit is guaranteed to spill. And yeah, if you're not careful, you're gonna spill quite a bit. I actually spilled a bit. So yeah, definitely recommend go getting a gallon of coolant, because one of the hoses you gotta remove is, you know, dry coolant. It's just if you're not holding onto it right or have it clamped down properly, shit's gonna go everywhere. So get yourself a gallon of coolant till you can top it off, and make sure you got a lot of shop towels around so you can clean up the mess afterwards, because you're going to be spilling some coolant and a little bit of oil. Not too bad, but some oil does come out of the turbo as well, so keep that in mind.